daughter Emily at our home in Madison, Mississippi. It's March 12th, 2016.
Tell us a little bit about your career after you had been at Ford Motor Company and then Loyola. What made you decide it was time to make a change from working at Loyola?
Well, I had an opportunity to open up my own small consulting firm doing economic analysis. And so I left Loyola in 1980, I believe it was. These are late 79 or early 80. And I had my own little consulting firm, and I consulted for a firm called Booz Allen Hamilton, which was the largest management consulting firm in the world. And I did analysis for prospective regulations, government regulations. Their offices were in Bethesda, Maryland, and so I would drive over each morning to Bethesda, and prospective regulations, we would develop a model that would estimate the compliance cost, the administrative cost, and the effects on competition in the industry if this new regulation were to go into operation. So we had a really good business there, and I also did work for the Maryland Department of Transportation. They were my two big clients. Well, when Ronald Reagan was elected president, soon after, there was a freeze put on all new government regulation. Well, you know what that did. Also, the Great Recession of 81-83 began, and that meant my work with the Maryland Department of Transportation began to fall also. In God's grace, I was invited down to Reformed Theological Seminary to their board meeting in February of 1981. And there I met one of the vice presidents, the senior vice president, Newt Wilson of Belhaven. And he introduced me to the president, Vern Kennedy. I met Vern up in Bethesda. I was still working for Booz Allen Hamilton back in 1981 and was offered a job. And it was right after that I came to Jackson, Mississippi, where God blessed me with so many things. And perhaps God's biggest blessing was meeting my wife, Marcia, at Belhaven College. She had come there to be the new director of alumni relations. And we got married on New Year's Eve, 1984, and have been blessed with two fine children who are just a joy to watch develop. I dare say family life is one of the biggest blessings. And again, I know a lot of people can relate to this, but I have been so blessed by my children and my wife as I have grown over the years. Like I said, I came to Belhaven really hoping to start an economics department, but it never got any traction. So I've been in the business administration area for all this time. I am the program manager for the Masters in Business Administration program, and we developed in the late 80s, early 90s, a very strong adult ed program where it used to be called night school, but again, the classes are all taught at night, and that has been a real blessing to Belhaven and to myself, and I put a lot of effort into that. Again, a lot of people have influenced me over the years. Again, I tell my students there are three main legs to a strong stool. One of those is your church, one of those is your job, but the most important one of the three is your family. And the family God uses in your life to strengthen you, to bring you closer to Jesus Christ. And so when all three of those are strong, you are on a strong foundation. And again, I couldn't say more. It'd take a lot of time to elaborate on that. I'd like to, but time waits for no man, not the least of which me. But anyway, so I've been in Jackson since 1981, and here again, First Presbyterian Church has been a blessing to me. I was elected a deacon and then a ruling elder. I was a secretary in the diaconate, and now I'm a ruling elder. Been there for almost 20 years, and God has just blessed me in so many ways. I have opportunities to teach Sunday school, which I love to do. I love to teach and talk, as you can probably tell. But the years ahead, I'm not worried about them. I know that they are in God's hands because God is sovereign over all. But I want to be His servant in a proper way. And so my question for what lies ahead is, how can I be a good steward of all that He has entrusted to me? He has given me many talents, and I need to use them wisely to glorify Him. And again, I look forward to the years ahead and what they will bring. Like all people, I don't know how many years on this earth, but I do know I will be with Him forever. And I pray the same for my family. And so thank you for this opportunity to talk to you. And if there are any further questions I can answer, just let me know. Bye.